What's happening? Shed podcast that brings you everything from music, sports, religion, politics to happy slapping. Myself, Dixie, Daniel, Fred. Happy New Year to all the subscribers and all the listeners and all the people who are logged in and that. 2021, bit of a positive one. We got Goodad.
AKA
Inspire for change, bruv.
That's what's up, bro.
Right, you're that inspiration. You've been on loads of podcasts. You're doing a circuit.
Yeah, bro.
You got a mad story.
Yeah.
Should we go from the top? Where do we going to start here?
Obviously, if you viewers don't know who I am, I go by the name Inspire for Change on my socials and on my Instagram. And a bit about my life, I will tell you, obviously, as I was growing up, it was a thing where it was a thing where I had ADHD, and that's what they mentioned to me. So I was one of these kids.
School love doing that, man.
They love to label you.
They love to label you,
Yeah,
bro. You know them ones?
yeah.
Brother, sorry to cut you.
No, that's cool.
I couldn't read properly in school. They were like, yeah, to my
Dyslexic.
mum, he's dyslexic and that,
Look
you
at
know,
that,
we're
bro.
going to have to do this and that. It's all, I'm not dyslexic, by the way. I can read perfect fine, innit, now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry to cut you off.
It's calm.
a quick short
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
innit?
yeah. Even me, that's what they thought. I was dyslexic because I couldn't concentrate in the class too much. I always used to get distracted easily. I was easily distracted and stuff like that. So, cut a long story short, from the age of 8 or 7, year 2, I'm not sure how old I am in year 2, and so basically from there, I had a little incident with a teacher where I ended up snapping the teacher's arm.
What the fuck?
not like that. It sounds mad, but not like that. Basically, she tried to hold on to my arm. Once she held on to my arm, I tried to swing her about, put my leg out, and she tripped up and she bust her arm like that. From there, they excluded me completely from every single school. So by the time I got to year 7, they said to me, I'm not allowed in no secondary school.
Man's not even in secondary school.
Yeah, my primary school is going off.
Aye.
It's going off. So now as in primary school, I've gone in primary, and so in primary school I'm there. I was with that kid, so I couldn't even go secondary school. So I was that kid who used to wait outside for people after school and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
the
ended
one
up
on the
moving-
back outside.
Yeah, I was that
Yeah.
lad. I was that kid.
Yeah.
So basically, as that happened, then obviously I moved to East. I moved to Bow. As I moved to Bow, obviously there used to be a special school next to Bromley Bible train station.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I used
yeah.
to go there. Yeah, you went there though?
My mum was a dinner lady in there.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's small world.
All world.
Look
Mad.
at that. And on Saturdays they used to do DJ and MCing in it. On the weekends. That's where everyone used to do their thing. So anyway, I went to that one and they had the little football cage. Yeah, man, that's the one I went to. Yeah, literally. So I've gone there now. So I kept moving about in it. You know what I mean? Then from the age of 13, obviously I was with my auntie for a bit. When I was with my auntie, obviously I was a bit too hyperactive, so I ended up being put in care.
So
So
you're saying, where was your auntie living?
in Bow.
Oh, she was the one in Bow you're
Yeah,
staying with, and
yeah.
she couldn't like control you or
She couldn't
handle
control
you.
me, that type of thing. So
Cool.
so I ended up
Cool.
going into care. As I went into care, from there I was just kept moving house to houses. Cut a long story short, I ended up going to prison from the age of 15. It's nothing that I'm gloating about, but I'm showing you guys a little step.
Yeah, we're
of
going
my
the process.
life.
There's
Yeah,
the
get me
steps.
how it get me is how my life ended up turning out. So from there I went to prison, and from there the prison ended up being, I ended up getting immune to it, where I ended up coming in and out. So I ended up seeing friends.
Stuck in a cycle.
Yeah,
bro.
cycle. It's very hard to get out of that cycle.
Easy
you're
to
that
get in.
cycle, it's very hard
Do
to
you
get
feel
out of it.
your situation was the reason why you was stuck in a cycle?
Yeah, I think it played a big
So
part.
obviously, when
and
you
my
get put in
environment as
care,
well. Yeah.
how did it make you feel when you get put in care?
I just
By
felt
your
like,
aunt as well.
No, it's not even by my aunt.
She
my
just-
mum. It was my mum. Like my brothers are still with my mum. You know, at this time,
Oh,
I was the
okay.
only kid in care.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
bro.
how does that make you feel?
That
How
made
did
me
it?
feel-
How
that
did
made
it
me
make
feel
you
like
feel?
the dark child, innit? You know, the black sheep of the
Yeah.
family. You know, thinking I'm the only one in care and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, do you know what I mean? And my auntie tried to help me. My auntie, she was a foster carer.
Okay.
And that's she said, you know what, I don't want you to be in care, local for today. I'll look after you. You're my brother's son. I'll look after you. So I stayed with her, but I was a bit too aggro. She wanted me to come in by 9 o'clock. I was coming in at 1 o'clock at night. She's thinking, you know what, my kids are not doing this. How are you doing this?
Yeah,
Like, we
yeah.
can't even, we can't put up with this, innit?
Yeah.
So from the age of 14, I left her. As I left her, I ended up going to prison. Before I went to prison, I went to Somalia. And then from there, I went to prison. I came back, ended up going to prison because I was on a run for robbery. I did a robbery because I used to love doing street robberies as a kid.
That's what I thought when I was watching your stuff online. Going to Somalia because you had a robbery charge is a bit
Yeah.
extreme, no?
Yeah, I know it looked like it's an M charge. Mum's cutting out right there onto you. Get him out of here. Because mums think once my son go into jail, he's gonna end up getting raped or something's gonna happen to
Yeah,
him. He's
yeah.
gonna get violated.
mad,
They think it's like
honestly.
America,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So I'm panicking as well. So when my mom's panicking, I'm panicking as well. I said, look, come, I'm packing my bags.
When
man.
panic starts setting in,
Yeah,
like, you
then
can't
we end
even
up going
control it.
Somalia.
Is that the first time you ever went to Somalia?
Yeah. So I'm there. I'm thinking. Anyway, the first night I end up turning up in Somalia. I end up getting robbed the first night. Do you know what I mean? I end up I end up getting robbed. So it's all on my YouTube channel, and I don't want to go into it too much. From there, I end up coming back because I said to myself, you know what? I don't want to stay out here. I need to go back to England. That's where I grew up. You know what I mean? I'm more comfortable there. I'm not comfortable around these people. Let me go back to the ends. So I've gone back now. Obviously I got convicted now. They gave me 6 months, do 3 months.
How long before you come back did you get nicked? Or was it at the airport?
Airport.
Oh,
It was Christmas
the man
Eve.
caught you at the airport.
Christmas Eve. They grabbed me on Christmas Eve. I was coming into the country on Christmas. I remember. This time now, anyway, bam, they grabbed me anyway. They put me anyway. But then, imagine that. The reason why I ended up coming back was, pardon me, and basically, my father passed away while I was in Somalia. May Allah have mercy on him. I mean, and so as he passed away, that was I was like, yo, I want to go to the funeral. You lot, like, I can't be out here by myself. I want to go to my funeral. I was really close with my dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to see him. At least I want to bury him, innit?
Yeah.
Please do that for me, innit? Because it's going to be playing on my mind for the rest of my life. So my auntie, one of my aunties from Manchester, said, you know what? We need to get him back. We need to get him back. We need to get him back. He needs to get to the funeral. He's, you know what I mean? Like, he's playing on his mental health. Like, we need to get the little kid back, innit? So somehow they buried him, innit? Because in Muslims, like,
very quick, innit?
Yeah, 3 days. You
Yeah.
can't bury the person more than 3 days. You have to get whatever it is, innit? Only in this country when he's going through autopsies and stuff like that, they're seeing the reason why that person died. It may get prolonged, but naturally, like, literally, if you're in a Muslim country, you get buried straight away, regardless what it is. So anyway, that's happened now. I've gone to prison now. As I've gone prison, you know how it is. First night, everything in prison. End up coming out of prison. When I come out of prison, it just ended up being a cycle until I got to the age of 24, bro.
From 15 for 24 is in and out.
25. Yeah, 25. Yeah, for 10 years. So I was in and out.
Mad.
So I was not. It's not one whole year I spent out of prison. It's like I'll stay in 10 months, then go back in. And I'll be like, yeah, this year I'm gonna stay out for a year. Then just before it hits 11 months, boom.
Why do you think that is though?
What was it though? Petty shit or what?
No, it's just but I used to be one of them guys, like, I was hot-headed. Like, if I wanted something, I can grab him now, innit? So I'll be a thing, like, I used to be like, see me, I used to be an arm robber, innit? I used to be a robber. I used to stick up people, innit? That's what I used to do. I used to fling a bit of weed and stuff like that, but I used to be a stick up kid.
The main
Yeah, I used
thing.
to love that, innit? I used to get a thrill out of it. Like, for some reason, I was just one little rascal. So, like, whenever I see something, I used to be, you know, I want that. So this what ended up happening, I end up sucking my classmate. Watch this now.
Bait face.
What do you mean? He's in the classroom. You right, Daniel?
In the classroom?
Yeah. His name's, he watches now. What's his name? Matthew. You right, Matthew? What's going on? You right there? I can see the big gold chain, the gold chain around his neck. I said, you know what? That's going with me tonight. they don't even know what's going on. I said, listen, I've got a plan. We're going to go to a bird's house after school. It's one of them tutorials, innit? It's not school, but it's one of them centres, innit?
Yeah.
We're going to go to this bird's house. Once we go to this bird's house, we're going to kick back. This is when I started smoking weed. We're going to kick back. I said, yeah, I'm going to come with you. He don't know that I really premeditated the whole thing.
Already thinking.
Yeah, this is mine. So anyway, I end up taking down one alley. When I took him down one alley, I see it's like some wooden stick on the floor. Picked up the wooden stick. I said to him, take it off. Take what off? I said, take off the chain. Now I'm not even smiling like I'm happy, but it's just my mentality was mad, didn't it?
That's fucked, you know. Bruv, that's fucked. That's the mazza.
That's hungry.
That is the mazza.
That's hungry, bro.
Bruv, you have just betrayed his, what is it? Betrayed his trust so badly at a young age. That is fucked. Man can never trust another man again.
Watch this now.
Ever.
Watch this now. So I've sucked him anyway. As I sucked him and that, cut long story short, I've took it now. I've gone on the bus now. As I've gone on the bus now, you see these times now, this is when the community support officers was about. They were fresh on the roads, so they thought they were like Robocops, innit? They were actually trying to do the most, innit? So they must have seen me go on the bus. They ran over the bus. So what did I try to do? I was on the top of the bus. I gave the chain to someone on the bus. I said, hey, hold on to that. Put it in your pocket.
Oh, what? Your stuff ain't really thought through well, is it? Really?
No, but obviously he's on the spot, innit? Like, I'm thinking, what's going on, innit? I'm panicking these times. So I've given it to him now. As I give it to him, he said, here. Like, he's giving me the merchandise. You lot, it's here. I tried to run into the bus stop, and not the bus stop, the phone box. They locked me in the phone box somehow. They kept me in there. End up getting
Citizens arrest.
The community support officers, isn't it? They can hold you for 45 minutes at that time until police arrive. And they have to let you go.
Yeah.
That's how I remember exactly how it was. vividly. Anyway, these time now they remanded me straight away. As soon as they remanded
Is
me.
this your second?
This is why what ended up happening. Now they end up remanding me because of that. Then I end up getting bail for it. That's what happened. Then from there I end up leaving the country. So I've come back. There's already a warrant out for my arrest. You understand? So when I come back to the airport, that's when they grabbed me. You understand? These time now, obviously from Feltham, they said they put me in Felts. After they put me in Felts, they took me back to court. I mentioned something to them about how I was getting bullied and stuff in Feltham. Because it's 23-hour bang up, innit? So one Turkish guy from Tottenham, I remember exactly who he was. He must have said to me, "Oh, listen, you're a bit small in." Like, I was like 5'1". I'm a bit small now. I'm like 5'6", but them times I was like 5 foot.
Yeah.
You're a bit small. These guys are giants. They're like your size, but I'm like wham, solid. When I mean solid. You look at them, they look like giants.
I'll gas him up like that.
These times now. Anyway, what's this now? He said, "You know what? You're gonna get bullied." I'm like, "Nah, no one can't bully me. Are you dumb? I'm not that guy. Use your brain. I was like, cool. I went back to court. I said to them, "You know what? I'm getting bullied." They put me in security unit. As they put me in security unit, they took me back out of the security unit. They end up getting bail for that, and that's when I end up flying out. Watch this now. I've come back anyway. I've done my bird, whatever. I've done the 3 months. Took me Huntercombe for 6 months to do 3. Done my bird. Came back out. Went back in there. Came back out when I was 16. Went back in there when I was 17. When I went back in there when I was 17, guess who I was seeing there for 18 robberies? Matthew.
Oh, the guy you.
Yeah.
That's your
That's
fault.
on you, bro.
Nah, you can't say that. Nah, you can't say that. Armed robberies.
Man, like, big up Matthew, bro. Man,
Alright, so-
the maddest.
So what's that interaction like? What's that interaction where now he's on crud and now he sees the guy who robbed him
Does
in
he remember
prison?
you?
Yeah, watch this now. I end up finding out from my cousin. One of my cousins is on his wing. I said, "Remember that Mafia O'Brien guy?" He said, "Yeah, bro, he's on my wing." I said, "For what? 18 robberies?" I said, "That guy, armed robberies." I said, "What? That guy's a snitch. How's he in here?" So I've told Mandem already on there.
Oh wait, so when you got bagged for this
I done got
yeah, but when you done your birth and you got your initial arrest for taking this Matthew's chain, yeah, this Matthew told on you.
Yeah.
I thought you just got caught on the scene and that.
No, he came to court.
So the guy who sent you prison, you've now met him in prison and he's on
I said it
stuff
to him.
as well.
I was in court. I was saying to him, he lent me the chain. I told him I was going to check a bird. He lent me the chain.
And he stood up and
Yeah, that's when I got convicted, bro. So now he's in jail for 18 robberies. So I'm saying, so I end up seeing Matthew in education. I say, "You little pussy, bro." Like, give
What
me
you saying, on site?
Yeah, on
straight
site. I said,
smoke?
"What you say? What you think you're a snitch?" Yeah. Guess what the guy tried to say? I didn't snitch on you. Blatantly, and I had to go back to my cell. I end up back to somehow I got the police, and not the police, the solicitors to send me in the papers with Matthew O'Brien stuff and like that. And from there,
is that his real name?
Matthew O'Brien, yeah.
Right,
Matthew, it's all love, bro, man. The world's
Sounds
ending.
it.
I forgive you, you forgive me, bro. Yeah? We was better to each other, we was kids. This was a good 15 years ago. I'm a good guy, innit? So, you get me? Let's just move on. He ended up getting 11 years IPP. So he might be in jail right now still. Who knows? And then from there, bro, like I was just in and out to the age I hit 24, 25. When I got to 24, the turning point was when I hit 24, 25, I said, like, there's more to you than this, man.
What was that event? What was the thing that made? Did you just wake up and it was like,
What sparked it? But I lost my best friend in prison. He died in his sleep.
while he was banged up, and while you was banged up as well?
No, I was on road. I was with him like a week before he got banged up, and he was in there for only 2 weeks, and he ended up passing away, and he ended up leaving his daughter. Do you know? It's deep, and he died in his sleep. And this is a guy who just done an 8-4. He's been stabbed out several times. Do you know what I mean? He's been through car accidents, motorbike accidents, but he ended up dying in his sleep. So I'm thinking, life's too short. What am I gonna do? So I'm there drinking, smoking, like that, feeling so sorry for myself. Then one day, one of my pals just came to me. He came out of Brixton. His name's Ishmael, innit? So Ishmael's come to me now. Ishmael said to me, "You know what, Guled, like you're better than this, bro. Like, why are you doing this? There's Smirnoff bottles on the floor. There's like so much things there." And he's thinking, "This is not you. There's more to you than this, pal." He said, "Come with me for a second." Then I went with him. It was around 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. And then obviously the sun's gone down now. That's where he took me. He took me to my mate's graveyard. That's mad. He said, "You see this? He said, you see there? This is where we're going to all end up going. You don't want to end your life like this. You don't want your last day to be like this, how you are today. Fix your life up." And from there, I just turned to God. And then from there, I started praying, and God put me in the right direction.
And from then, you've never been back in?
Never, man. I work for the probation officer. Now they pay me $250 for a talk each time.
Nice.
Nice.
Get me,
Yeah,
bro.
you flipped
They
it,
pay
you
me now. I'm
flipped
telling you guys, this is where you're getting wrong.
Do you know why? Because I was fully thinking it. There's like you, Bobby Kasanga. We'll talk about Bobby because you said you was banged up with Bobby as well, yeah? When we was all younger, man tried to chat to man about these things. It was so cheesy when them youth workers you say, yo, da da da.
Yeah.
The way you tell the stories and that, the way you tell your stories and that, it's a bit different. It don't glamorize it, but it tells it the way that it really happened.
Is it not different because man like has lived the lifestyle?
No, because I don't think
the
that
officers don't live it; they just
yeah,
go
but
into it.
I don't think that
Know what
you've
I'm
got to
saying?
be a fucking serial armed robber to be able to tell people, yo, that's not the lick. You know what I mean?
No,
It's the way man tell it. Them man tell it so cheesy and
yeah.
preachy. My man's telling you his shit. If you want to kind of listen to it, you're gonna listen to it. If you don't listen to that, you're a bit of a wally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's forcing you to listen either. Like.
They're confused. They need help themselves. They don't know where they're going wrong. These people that are working here, they're not as bad. I used to think my probation, it was horrible. They only want to recall me. But the fact that they ain't got the knowledge or the wisdom behind how to treat man or how to conduct and show man how to conduct myself.
Because at the end of the day,
Because they only got one choice.
and they're human beings as well.
Yeah, man. So I don't blame them. You know what I mean? So I'm there chatting to them, letting them know what it is. They thought what I was saying. End up doing CV,
That's
disclosure
mad,
classes.
though. That's black box thinking.
Yeah, bro, I just knocked on the door. You see, after I'd done all my license, everything, I was free. I just knocked on the door with a shirt, nice trousers, knocked on the bell. So what are you doing here? Have you got an appointment? I said, nah, I ain't got an appointment. I wanna help you guys. I wanna do some voluntary work. Then there was a black woman there called Tola. She looked at me, she felt my energy. She said, you know what? We've got a disclosure and a CV and project going on, and at 2 p.m. I want you to be a part of it. You wanna come back at 2? Yeah, cool. Went to the mosque quickly, went to go and pray, had my food, came back. From there, smashed it up. Then they were recording me at the same time. Then Linda, the director of the probation service, saw it. And then they ended up taking me to events. And from there, when they saw me the events, they said, you know what, we're going to start paying you. And they started paying me. Then the COVID thing came in and stuff like that. But obviously, I'm in there anyway. They can see me in it. Right now, they use my videos to train probation officers.
Is this your first legit
It's mad.
thing, or have you had in between?
My first legit job, funny enough, was a cleaner.
Don't say on the wing.
No, on road. I've swallowed my pride. I swear to God. I said to myself,
We have this conversation all the time.
The estate that I was living in, I was shotting in, whatever I was doing in, I ended up being a cleaner earning £8 a day. Not 8 hour, I mean, an hour. £8 an hour. I was working I didn't care. I was mopping floors. I humbled myself because I remember when I was on the wing, I used to beg the govs to give me a cleaning job.
Yeah.
So I said, who am I to act brand new on road?
And how much was the
It was £10 a week.
tenner a week?
A whole week, if you're lucky.
This is my thing. Some man have got the mentality of when they're out of jail and they're doing shit.
Wherever, yeah.
They're like, I'm not working for next man. But when they go jail, they're working for a tenner a week.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
Humble yourself.
How does that actually make sense?
It don't add up. So these time now, as I've done that, but I realised I knew where I was going. I had a vision. I knew how to start from somewhere. I didn't want to ask. I don't want you to be my mate and you're shotting on the roads and me to come up to you telling you, you're doing something wrong. Then later on, give me 20 quid, mate. That's me being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You're saying to me to change my life, but you're there asking me for money.
And you know where I got it from.
You get it? So I had to go and swallow my pride, done what I had to do. When I done that from there, I ended up doing a railway course. I was a PTS. I was in personal track safety, earning 160 quid a day from that. Yeah, we went from there to there, boom. So I was up.
Was that when you come out when this stage when you're working? Yeah. Was there any points where you nearly got dragged back in and you had to say, I've got to check myself real quick, I'm not on?
Yeah.
Or has it been completely like, I'm guessing it ain't been a complete, like, straight home run since you've been out. I'm guessing you've had to...
Yeah, I had ups and downs, innit, like anyone else.
Like everyone,
innit, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, I had gambling issues as well when I was a bit younger as well. I used to love the roulette. The roulette, what?
Big Manny's been playing...
It's 8, 30 neighbours, 8 and 11, 23.
I go from fucking 29 to 15.
Well, seven and that, 35 and that. Oh my God.
Good looks like a mix. Good looks like the mix of all of us because you got the gambling and then you like to drink. You used to like to drink as well. With that.
Yeah, I used to love.
I combined the you.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Watch this now. Anyway, I had a few issues there, but ups and downs. But I realised because every time I went to jail, I went to jail by myself, or may had one cold D, and every decision that I made, it was not behind no one. No one never used to make me do anything. It was my choice. So no one couldn't peer pressure me to go and do something. because I chose that lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, if you're saying that you're a leader and you control your life, then you can change your life if you want to.
Yeah.
You get it? Like, it's only people that have sheeps or whatever, or you get me, like that, or actually follow the trend of actually follow the lifestyle. But I knew there was something better waiting for me. You know what I mean? So I done that railway thing. As I done the railway job, you know what I mean? I was on there. I went into uni.
Are you in uni now?
Now they kicked me out because of the COVID thing, because I needed help and stuff like that. I had I had a coach and stuff like that at uni, and right now I didn't have no support system in place for me, so I felt bad at my assignments and stuff like that. So they told me I can't even do my second year. I complete, you know what I mean? It's deep, but I'll come back again. I'm not gonna give up in it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back in it, wherever. This is my passion in it. Do you know what I mean? So after that, what ended up happening was from uni, and after that I started getting in touch with my religion. You know what I mean? That was the most best thing, that I swear to God, bro. That was the most best thing that I ever got attached to. Because, like, all my life, I had people pushing me away, you know? People, you know what I mean, judging me on my past. But one time when I felt like I connected with God, I felt like the love that I felt with God, I've never felt that love before. My mum loves me, don't get me wrong. My mum's a G. She's a G. Every day I chat to my mum. But that love that I got from God, because at the end of the day, he never turns away from me. He never ever turns away from me. He's always there for me. It's my choice if I want to turn away. So I knew I had something there, so I was not walking alone no more. So I had someone buying my stuff, you get me? Like, he's not there in front of me, but spiritually, he's there. So I feel so strong in it. So from there, I started just focusing on that. I started just chatting to the youngest in my area. From time I was chatting to my youngest, but at the same time, I was doing odd things here, there, but obviously there's mistakes in it that I do. But obviously, it's my flaws in it that I get to know my flaws. Started advising the youngers. The moms used to look at me differently now. I started pushing forward, then I ended up being a personal trainer, and then from being a personal trainer, I ended up going to Mecca, to the Holy Land. When I went to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, banging. Bro, man's only sleeping 2 hours in the whole 24 hours. But you know them 2 hours of sleep, I felt like I was sleeping 10 hours. I swear to God, you guys think I'm gassing.
No.
Explain it to us.
I've read
Bro,
Mike Tyson's autobiography, and he talks about going Mecca. He said it was the best experience of his life, bro.
Why?
And
Obviously, none of us are Muslim.
Well.
Why are you only sleeping 2 hours? Because are you spending the whole day? How does it
Worshipping.
work? The whole day, the whole...
Worshipping, and you worship, and you're there, and it's so amazing. And you see the Prophet Ibrahim's his footprint. You know how big his foot was back then? Their feet was like that.
That's mad.
Mad, they were giants. Mad. You see their footprint.
There's every colour there as well.
Every person from I've got a house to go to in every country in the world now. Because I'm the one of them persons. Where are you from? I'm from Germany. How are you? What's your name? Good. Where are you from? London.
I suppose you man all come there on the same kind of path.
Yeah, just one reason. Just to
yeah.
worship one person. You understand? I knew it there. I got used to it, and I just loved it. From there, then after I ended up coming back, and yeah, man, it's just been amazing, man.
So how long did you do in total?
What? In where? Behind
the whole, the whole.
I done 7 years.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's in the space of just going in and out and stuff.
Yeah.
In and out, doing stretches.
Yeah, doing the biggest stretch that I've done was a 6-2-3.
Oh, fuck.
And you said every time you nearly got to a year out.
And then boom, back in there. Oh, this is you again. My surname's Hassan, innit? Oh, Hassan, we got cell 22.
Do you think that was a mental thing where you was looking at, it's coming up to a year,
You know how sad it was, John? Like, it's so sad. Like, I never used to be scared to go jail.
Yeah, see me, I'm
not.
I didn't care.
What's the mentality?
I'm not on that.
The mentality is, what do you mean, like
what's everyone's? Because obviously there's a point where you was like, bro, fuck this. And some man sit in jail and think that.
Yeah,
but
so you said
others go in and come out worse.
Yeah.
You said about the event that changed it, where you changed, for the better.
Yeah.
There must have been a point in there where you, at some point, you've obviously gone fuck this and kind of not give up a little, or
I was still blind because I didn't have a path.
Didn't see nothing wrong with it. There was no
I
issue.
was just blind. It's not the eyes are blind, but it's the heart. My heart was blind, bro. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Even when I done that 3 years behind the door, I didn't know what I was gonna end up doing when I landed road. I was happy to be free, but I was kind of scared to go out.
Yeah.
Because I was still trapped in there for so long. I'm thinking when I got out there, everything's going to be moving fast. Everyone's moved forward. When I got out there, all the youngers have gone older now. They're all driving cars and that. You're thinking, bruv, time's flying.
You know as well, I was going to ask you as well.
Mad.
Everybody knows, from the manor, everybody knows people that go in and out, yeah?
Yeah.
And there's certain man you can see, it might not be apparent straight away. But after you're around them a little bit, you can think, right, you're a little bit...
You're not the full ticket.
How did you know? Did you have that? Did you have to come back from that, or how did you stay?
Guess what I know? I owned it. Guess what I did? I owned it. I knew I had a problem. I knew I had trauma in me. Guess what I went to do? I went therapy. Understand? I sat down.
Charlemagne of God talks about that all the time. He says everyone should have.
No, therapy is the one, bro. It gave me, okay, I'm in touch with God, yeah? Yes, good, God is there, but this therapist will make me understand myself more. Because God can't speak to me right now. He can show me that love and he can put that energy in me, but you need someone that's a professional that can tell you
Did you do that through probation or anything?
No, I done that.
You just got up off yourself.
No, guess what ended up happening? I end up one day, because I back in the day, like a few years, a bit now, but now I've gone a bit more stronger. Back in the day, I used to get really emotional. Like I used to get emotional with certain things when it comes towards family or someone that I'm close to, and I'm thinking, why are they treating me like this? And I used to think to myself, you know what, good, why are you always getting emotional for? Huh? Why couldn't you have a thick skin? And then one day I just looked at something and I was watching it, I was reading and watching it, and it's called BPD, borderline personality disorder. It means that a young man has been through trauma as he was a child, and then because of that, he's bruised his inner self and he needs healing from that.
Well, can you imagine the amount of mandem that actually have that, bro?
Well,
yeah, a lot of people.
Everyone in certain situations, as you has probably got that.
Yeah, and they bottle it. I used to bottle it away with weed.
Do you know what? Just saying that, when you're in jail and you're on your own, now it's night time, and you can't sleep. Yeah. What's like? Because now you see when you're.
Yeah, but my man said he never seen nothing wrong with it the whole time.
No, but listen.
At the same time,
it's different because you see us, man. See when you're around man every day, you're not used to being with yourself, bro.
Yeah, Bobby
says that. Some man
can't
sit on themselves. Some man can't sit with themselves, bro.
Yeah, they don't know who they are.
Bobby says that a lot. Bobby Kasanga, he said it was all out in the day. He said when it come to night on your own, then that's when.
That's what I was saying. Because at night, I couldn't bang up without a spliff. That spliff had to knock me out. I used to get, if you had weed right now, so Daniel, if you come on the wing, and you just got a parcel and you got your family to come visit you, I'd look at you, Daniel, like that. And then I was like, bro, why is he not blocking me? And I'd be out your door like some, just, can you get to your door, Hassan? Can you get to your door? I'd be like, Daniel, give it to me. Let me get my thing.
You just smoking weed or cracking?
No, weed. Weed though, but you have to bang up. Also, all the hyenas. If you don't bust the hyenas, there's hyenas on the wing. If you don't bust them, bro, they're coming to you in the morning.
And I suppose not everyone's got the support and the family and people to bring that in for them.
Yeah, man, get me that. And I didn't have that. Right? I didn't have that support in place outside because I kept reoffending.
You was a hyena.
Yeah, so I was a hyena. I was one of them. Like, but anyway, going back to the therapy thing, I ended up going to therapy. Went in there. Spoke to a lady, then I realised it's normal to go therapy. I thought there was a stigma, especially in the Somali community. I'm Somalian, innit? So in the Somali community, there's a big stigma if there's something, if you feel like you have mental health issues or something like that, or just people are scared to outspoken. I think I'm one of the first Somali persons that can actually be speaking about this right now. Not one Somali person actually will come out and say that. They'll be like, "Oh, there's something wrong with you, or you've got a devil inside you, you've got a jinn inside you."
I don't think that's just a Somalian thing. I think that's a generation thing. Because I think, like, if I was back, I don't personally think that I've ever had mental health. I may be wrong, but I don't think I ever had. So what I'm saying, it might be a bit different. But if I was like, say, depression in bed and they want to come out of my room, and my dad would have come in my room and said, "Get the fuck out of bed and fucking go out, sort yourself out." Not even thinking that there might be. Yeah, I don't think the older generation even think that there might be an issue.
The older generation was just like, bruv, get up and get on with it.
Yeah, just get in there. What's wrong with you? You're acting like a fanny for.
To be fair though, from my dad, like I didn't feel like no emotion from him. Like I didn't see him cry. Never seen him cry. Who?
What did he do for them?
Yeah, he done like paint and decorating.
Yeah, he's a construction. I didn't know. I have no heart, cuz.
Well, I never see him cry or show affection, sort of thing.
Solid.
So how can you tell that? How can you tell that man like, yo, I think I got mental illness?
That's what I'm saying. So like, it's frightening to tell man, like, yo, I'm feeling a bit low about myself, and I'm not feeling good, and he's just gonna be like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Be real. Even us, man.
Up in it, yeah.
Even us, man. Only recently started saying having our own conversations and saying like, I think we should check up on my man. Yeah, I lie. Yeah. I think we should have go round to my man, see if he's right. Before that, 2 years ago, maybe even a year ago, that's my mate. I said, bro, come down the fucking pub. What's wrong with you, fucking idiot? Yeah. I'll get you a pint.
Yeah,
Don't
see,
solve
real,
nothing,
yeah.
does it,
real,
bruv?
Yeah, like we have to be real to each other, innit?
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
we shouldn't be scared of it. That's why I'm saying it out loud with my chest. Like I say, yeah, I do have a problem. I do have like some sort of things that happened to me in the past, but I know everyone else got. When I went into that therapy room, guess who I end up seeing? I end up seeing architects, I end up seeing doctors, end up seeing teachers. So I'm seeing these people that actually live this normal life. They hold it inside them. So who am I to act brand new? If they can go and search for help, then why can't I?
Yeah,
People
bro.
who look like they've got a
That's
normal
mad.
life.
Yeah.
They have no.
mad.
Yeah, so that made me even feel like comfortable. I was more comfortable, but I didn't end up completing that thingy, that 12-week course for some reason. The last 3 weeks, I don't know, I ended up getting sidetracked, but I'm gonna definitely keep getting back into it and learn how to meditate as well. Meditation is really good as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man.
That's another thing as well. I swear to God, a bit more open-minded. About a year ago, if you would have told me to meditate, I would have said, bruv, I look like a fucking meditate to you. That's what it would have been like.
Yeah, but yoga. What do you think? You probably think the guy
Right,
there's something wrong
so
with him.
someone with, because obviously everyone maybe knows someone struggling with mental health now.
Yeah, man.
Like, personally, I don't know how to address the situation. So if you,
Yeah, same, bro.
if man come to me now and it's like, damn, I'm not feeling good, bro. I'm I'm feeling low, like, and I personally don't know. I can't give you the answer, bro.
But you don't need
I
to.
haven't felt.
They
I
just
don't
need someone
know.
to listen to them.
See,
Just
got
be there
you.
to listen.
Hear that.
Just say, yeah, I'm here to listen to you. Just talk to me. Let them express themselves. Let them, all that's clogged up inside, let them let it out. You just being there and answering a phone call, it will help a lot of people. Let them, because a lot of people got one that want to relieve something, but they don't know who to talk to. But just that one phone call and you just saying, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I understand. If you don't know nothing about it, then
That's mad.
you can go into you can Google it and you can go and search for that help if you do care about that person.
Yeah.
This is us being real. This is how we build each other. Because people go through
We
hardships.
fully
and
had
stuff
this
like
conversation about one of our brethren and I had to go check, man.
that. Look at that.
Fully had to, fully. The same would happen. I would have never
mad.
fucking forgiven myself,
mad,
bruv.
bruv.
Look,
Well-
even yeah, go on.
But we all sat there and spoke about it and knew about an issue and fucking.
And you guys, and it will break you if you end up doing something like.
And it was mad as well, though. I don't know. It's like with other, it's the big characters as well. To watch as well. But when the man are outspoken, they're the ones you gotta watch as well,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. They're the ones hiding something that they're not feeling.
Get me?
Yeah.
Got my pal as well. That fella that he was telling me about, he done that thing outside the balcony.
Yeah.
See, if people got and helped him out when he was a bit younger, I swear to God, he wouldn't be in the position he is.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what helps because them people are good people, you know. As much as they say, oh, he's a nutter, he's a nutter. No, he's not a nutter.
Yeah, I've
He's just
personally
someone,
been helped by my man. He's personally
in it,
helped,
personally,
yeah.
he's a high lionheart,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
He's such a lionheart. So that guy there, even that broke me. Even my other pal, my next guy caught in it from them round them ways as well. He ended up getting sectioned. I'm thinking these people, if they just had someone there for them, these things would happen. Because even with him, he ended up getting stabbed up when he was 15, matey, and he ended up getting stabbed up 8 times. That's what made him go over the edge. You understand? So if he end up getting put in therapy at that time, instead of getting put back inside the hood, you never know.
Yeah.
But this is just, I'm just talking about this because these things are happening right now. So if you feel like your friend's being, I don't know, acting odd and stuff like that, don't distance yourself. Don't make him feel like you're not there for him. Like, go and help him search for the help that he needs. Because that will.
I think a lot of time, man. Well, not so much now, but before it'd be like if man was moving a bit funny, it'd be like, "But the guy's acting weird, moving
I would
mad."
have just called you weird. I would have made a big. Everyone come here. I would have made a big joke and told you
That's
you was a
what I'm
weirdo
saying.
in front of everyone.
Nah, his anxiety.
Oh, it's that guy. I
Nah,
don't
that
know.
guy. Anxiety will just kick in on him
Yeah,
and be
bro.
like, "Bro, these man all think I'm weird, so why am I gonna call man no more?"
And if you know something's a bit up as well, and like someone says something, you're like, well, everyone's clocking it, like.
Bro, it's mad.
Yeah,
It's mad.
so you're saying there was a stigma in the Somalian community with mental health.
Yeah.
Was there not a stigma with like being a criminal
A criminal is just something, it's just a lifestyle that you chose, isn't it?
within like the Somalian community? Though, is there not?
There's not a stigma, because obviously that's the lifestyle you chose. He's just a kid, he's a man,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
People don't see mental health as a
Mental
choice.
health just comes out of nowhere. They just think you're loopy. People back home, guess what they do back up my home? They back in Somalia, what do? They lock people up in chains if they got mental health.
Yeah.
Deep, bruv.
That's fucked.
Imagine someone just locking you up on your chain to a tree all
And
day.
all day, doing
You're
nothing.
and they're feeding you from there because they think you're crazy. But they're not seeking the help that they want. That's deep, bruv.
Mad. That's mad.
That's cold, bruv. And there's so many countries around the world like that. But it needs to be what's the word? We need to show awareness and let people know that these things are going on. So Yeah, man.
Why the YouTube? Why pick up the phone? Why come out of jail and pick up the phone and start recording these things?
Alright, cool. This is what happened.
I'm guessing you didn't know much about it, socials before that.
No, I just went in there and just put my big head on there.
No, you can't tell it from your videos, but I'm just guessing from your story. It must have been a point you come out and things was new.
Yeah.
But why come out and pick the phone up and tell these stories?
You got to be a certain
I
character.
was telling stories for free. I was telling stories on Periscope. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah,
Periscope.
I remember Periscope.
I was a king on Periscope. So I was on there telling stories, but at that time I was living a negative lifestyle. I was doing bad things. I was on road. I was shotting. I was doing God knows what. And then only when I went on that interview with Bobby Kazanga and we was in jail together, it's only then when the comments are saying, "Why didn't you start your own podcast? Why did you start?" Yeah. And then my mate Bobby said, "You know what, good then. Why don't you just grab your phone and start doing what I'm doing, bruv? Like, you seem like you've got the, you know what I mean? You got the gift of the gab.
How mad is that you man was on the same wing?
Not?
Huh? Mad is that you man was in prison together and you both come out and you both twice and you both come out.
High down on ISIS.
You both come out and both have these big platforms that does near enough the same thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's beautiful. It's somehow everyone gets connected together.
Because there's a little bit of a scene on YouTube now with podcasters, Mandem coming out of jail. Sean Atwood, Marvin Herbert, Bobby Kasanga.
There's birds doing it as well.
You know, I see her. Did she come on your?
Nah, mate, not mine.
she done it in the same studio.
Yeah, well, my thing. It's Soapbox.
Yeah.
So they're good guys.
We used to use Soapbox in Camden.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's a different one. Yeah. Do you think that? I always thought that you're reformed. Some of these men ain't as reformed as what they're saying, but. You remember back in the day when all the old gangsters or criminals that they wrote books? This is the new book, isn't it? This is the new book deal, the podcasting. What do you think?
What, the new book deal?
There's a whole scene of men that have got come out the same situation as you.
I'm doing a finger. Have you heard about Uncle Yummy?
Yummy B, he's a fucking. I love his shit, bro.
He's my pal.
It is what it is. TV.
I'm gonna deal with him as well.
Oh, yeah, he's a legend.
That's a man. Geezer. He does 37 years behind the door.
That's what I'm saying. 40 was it 37 or 43?
37.
I've never seen someone who's done so much crud.
I'm being so happy.
And the way he talks is like so
soft,
subtle, and
good lad. I got it. That's how he talks to me.
And you can just tell that.
I don't even know.
He talks in no venom. You can just tell he was definitely on smoke.
He's on smoke.
37 years in prison, surely.
He's seen a lot, mate.
How did that? So 7 years. How with a mental health? Imagine that guy, bro.
Yeah, but people don't be right now. You lot don't be in denial regarding if you feel like you got a problem and you feel like you're using something like a substance to block it away. Don't do that. It's only gonna take time where that substance won't be doing what you want, and then you'll be moving on to other things. So just go and get the help that you need. Don't be embarrassed, innit? No one's not perfect in life, innit? Just find yourself and find who you are. It will make you a stronger person, man. Don't be in denial. Own it, so no one can't hold it against you. But once you deny it, that's when people can use it against you.
You saying as well, when you tell all these stories and that on YouTube, talk about everyone like that's my bro and that's my. It must have been hard to build real friendships and relationships in them circumstances being banged up now. Bro, seems like in every story there is someone that is like mandem. Yeah,
but I feel like there's mandem right I met in jail that right now they're millionaires. I would say they're millionaires now. They're up. But we're all in the same situation. I got mandem that are broke, but we're all in the situation. But because we was in the same situation and everyone was on the same, we was banging up the same time, we was eating the same food, we were using the same shower, so we respected each other. The only thing that came on the table is who was real. The genuine person. And like when I came out, like I'm still friends with certain people because they saw the inside of me, innit? They know how it was. It was not materialistic things. So all that material things, you can't hide away from that. You know what I mean? If you got your gun or something like that on road and stuff like that, you come to jail. I know bear gun man that never used to come out the cell. They got getting terrorized in jail because they didn't know how to fight, or they didn't have the heart to fight. But on road they'll shoot you down. But they were shook in jail. Look at that, it's mad.
I never even thought about that. Bro.
Mad, bro. They're not on it, bro. No, I'm saying not all of them. They're not on all of them, but
you like that as well. You've been cool with everybody. There must be someone you think. See, when I see this guy, or is it completely no passer with anyone ever again? Because we're all human beings.
But you know what?
Have you forgiven everyone in your journey so far that you've had some type of situation?
I'm going to tell you guys a little quick story. Yeah, I was on license recall. Yeah, there was a lad. It was a white fellow as well. He was from Essex. Watch this now. He was a bit bigger than me. Obviously, he was a lot bigger than me anyway. But this time now, there was something. Anyway, I wanted to buy some Joe off him, innit? Some weed, innit? But I put the money in his account. He's already given me the weed, but my people already told me, yo, I put the money in your account, in the guy's account. Like, why is he not in there? And I said, bro, are you sure it's in there? So the guy's coming to me like, bro, the money's not in my account. What you doing? Like, I want my money. I said, bro. But anyway, he said, oh, is the money in the account? He said, no. I said, bro, the money is in the account. My people wouldn't lie to me. But guess what? I've got a parole. I got parole the next day. So I'm sitting from my parole board for the next day. Guess what the guy does? You know, he gives me a cheeky bang. So I've gone onto the landing. As I've gone onto the landing, what's my first reaction? What would I have done was, I was thinking, you know what? I'm thinking, what the fuck should I do? Should I fight this guy right now? I know I'm going up for parole tomorrow morning. So if I scrap this, then my parole's going to get... Guess what I end up doing? I end up taking it on the chin. He banged, man. I said, right, yeah, is that what it is? I walked away, went to my cell, he banged up, he come back to my cell, but he was a top geezer. He come back to my cell, listen, the money's in my account. I don't know what fucking happened.
Oh my god, it's a bit.
I don't know what's it. But when it banged up, and I'm looking at him in my back of my mind, I said, bro, you're pissed, you know. If I don't get this parole, I'm going to do you up.
That's mad.
I'm going to do you up. I don't care. But anyway, I've gone parole the next morning, meeting, saying, got my parole, went home.
That's mad.
Look at that. So, but if I look at that, sometimes you have to learn how to bite your tongue. I had to bite my tongue then. Because I want to go home, bro.
Bro, do you know how much pride you've actually just sat there and swallowed?
Innit?
You swerved my question, though.
Sorry, bro.
Through this journey, is it a thing where now, like, right, man, I've just forgiven everyone?
Is there anyone that I'm holding feelings against? No, I'm forgiving everybody.
It's human, innit?
Yeah, I know, but if you hold something in life, then you won't even be able to grow. You have to let it go sometimes, because you end up being stuck in that same chapter. For you to go into the next chapter, you need to forget about what happened in this chapter and just move on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
So I've got a few questions for you, lads. Yeah. All right, cool. The first question is going to Daniel, isn't it? Yeah.
Mad.
Boom.
Man's got it specifically for people as well.
Bro,
Yeah.
I know what he's gonna.
I just want to. Yeah. How do you feel like? Because, mashallah, you got a good beard, innit? You got.
I knew it was beard related.
Yeah. How do people judge you on that beard, bro? Cause I know sisters are looking at you saying salam alaikum, and brothers are saying salam and these things. How's it going down, brother?
It is. I swear, Dan, it is mad. No, it is mad.
I've been with Daniel when Daniel's been pulled over.
I've been
as well.
Someone tried to convert me, bruv.
What do you mean?
I was on the escalator. Someone was with me. It might have been.
Where's in Westfield or something? Where's
Canary Wharf.
All right.
On the escalator, Don turned around and looked at me, innit?
It was a black, like, Asian man.
Asian guy, bro.
Yeah,
but light skin.
Okay.
I was like, "Something, bruv, you alright?" Yeah. And then he greeted me.
Salam alaikum.
He greeted me.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
and you just looked at him, you right, mate?
I was like, yeah, that's it, bro. Them man, you know when them man do it, and I'm like, you right, mate? I don't know the reply to it.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, walaikum. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's the reply, and then I was just like, this is like, he said it, and I was like, you right, mate? And he's like, he waited for me at the top of the escalator, and pulled me aside and was like, have you ever thought about converting?
Why? Because he just see the beard.
Yeah, man, just whacked out the Quran.
I said, do it on the spot.
Put his no, just put his hand on it, and he's just trying to preach to me and about converting and that. I was like, bro, I understand. Like, I appreciate.
Trying to do it on the spot. You try to put your
brother,
pressure on.
I respect your religion.
But you know what?
But I'm not religious, like personally.
Why has man tried to convert man on the basis of facial hair?
Yeah, that he.
Wow.
I don't know. He was
Do you
on
get
a
what I'm
mission. He was on his own.
Yeah,
mission.
but was you with someone else?
I was with someone. But I can't remember who I was with. But he weren't.
What was he saying when this is all happening? He was just standing there.
Yeah, he just stood there, bro. Man just stood there, like, obviously, you know when man's just laughing, like, sort of giggling a little bit, bro, and like thinking, it's mad because of the beard. You know, them ones. No, but I don't know. It's weird because some places, like, certain places I go, people greet me and say that, and it's cool. But then, like, there's other places.
I want to know what the Caucasian people, the white people, say this about you. When you go around to Andy's house,
do you know what?
What are you doing with the beard?
Do you know what?
That's definitely a nan thing, isn't it?
Do you know what?
Shave that an uncle thing. Shave that off.
Yeah, family. It's like some family. They're like, "Fuck, you look like fucking terrorist." That's what they say.
That's uneducated.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm like,
it's hair.
I'm like, you know what? You're just not educated.
Yeah.
You don't understand it. You don't understand.
Why did you grow it?
Bruv, do you know what? I don't know, bruv.
Because he lost the hair on the top.
Do you know one?
I wish I could hear as well, mate.
He takes all these pictures upside down.
Yeah, no. Do you know what? I just thought I grew it a little bit, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it, see what it looks like. But yeah, some family members say stuff like that. Other white people say, when I was in construction a lot, the other white guys, they were like, yeah, you look like a fucking terrorist, mate. You know, like that.
You're such a fool.
And I'm
Imagine
just
you,
like,
but
bruv,
you got brethren who are Muslim, innit?
that's what I'm saying. You just don't
So
understand.
don't that offend you? Don't you think like, bro, don't shut up?
Do
No,
you
because
know-
they would never say that to the man. Though.
Do you know what? It's
Yeah,
like,
then people would
They
never
get
say.
comfortable.
That's
You
the
know
thing
what it
about
is?
them people.
They'll
they're
ask you if
se-
you're Muslim first.
No, I don't
Yeah,
like
They
that.
ask you if you're Muslim first.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
fuck with them people because they're selective.
No,
You're gonna be on that type
Hear
of
that.
crud.
How
that
you on
talk,
everywhere around.
you're on
Don't,
everywhere.
what I don't get about racism.
don't get it twisted. Like when they were saying it to me, I weren't pally after them. I weren't pally with them in the first place. But when they
But
said
they
that
tried
to
to
me,
draw man out.
but I wasn't. I personally, I should have on the spot said something.
So you're saying that as well. So you're saying that as well.
bruv.
Like, I've had situations in work in construction as well where man have said racist things and be like, yeah, and I've been like, "Rah."
That's what I'm
Haven't
saying.
confronted them about it in this, which might be a problem. Maybe man
This-
should.
No, this is the
I've told
problem,
man.
bro.
I've told man. That, yeah, I'm not. I don't really. That's not really me. What you're that.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone. What the fuck? Da, da, da.
No,
and
no.
I just thought,
Do you
no,
know
I
what?
ain't fucking with
Do
this
you know
guy no
what?
more. But in my head, maybe
If-
man should have done it.
Sometimes
You know
that
what I mean?
like that we are the problem for that, innit? Because we don't address it there and then. We're not telling man,
Right, brother.
yo, you can't say that.
Behave yourself,
Like,
man.
brother, yeah.
You're
Like,
trying to
listen,
brush us all with the same brush.
because you're saying it to me and you think I'm gonna laugh and joke about it. I pulled one guy up.
No, you know what I do? What they think you're not gonna do, and know what you should do. If it's not always about drawing man out. Go and tell the man that they are black and like, you know, my man said that. Let them go. What did you say, bruv?
That's causing trouble, though.
The reason them
You
man
should
in
educate
construction
them.
and that say things to like,
I mean,
white people
yeah.
because they think it's gonna stay with us. That's the problem.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, no, we're gonna tell them, man. You just said
Put
that.
them on blast.
They would shit themselves.
But no, for like
100%.
But if you just
few-
called us,
a few
we'll
years
back
back,
you
But
over.
that
Put
ain't,
the man on blast.
but that ain't gonna change them.
It
You have
won't
to
change
educate them.
You have to educate
I don't
them.
think you
Otherwise
can.
they're just blinded.
You
But
think- you think
then
them people can be
it's-
changed?
It's not even about educating them. It's if they're willing to accept and willing to educate.
Well, do you think them
themselves,
people
bro.
can be changed?
Not really.
Oh, but a lot of
Not
people,
really.
man.
A lot of people can be changed.
Yeah,
but
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
You're a
people
man
can't be
that
changed,
inspire for change.
Yeah.
You think them man? Do you
I
think
do
them
believe-
man that just went through that Capitol building in America can be changed?
Bro, I think anyone can be changed, you know. It's
I
just you want
don't.
to be
Not to a
changed.
certain
innit?
extent.
They
It just
need
takes
time
time.
out of the world to be changed.
No,
Right.
sometimes they
Time
need a
out.
right
They
hander.
need time out of their bubble,
Yeah.
bro. They need to be taken away from their environment and then worked on there.
Yeah.
Plant a seed in them.
They can't
Take
be
them out of their
around living a
environment
normal life. They can't
and
live a
show
normal
them
life without-
certain things and different things.
It's just
and
like
how to
it's just
that.
like it's just like sorry to interrupt.
It's cool.
It's a basic. It's just like the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, may peace be upon him. Yeah, his right hand was called Omar and Abu Bakr. Yeah, Omar. Guess what he used to do? He used to bury his daughters alive. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And this guy, he was on a mission on the way to go kill the Prophet, but he ended up reverting to Islam. And guess what ended up happening? He ended up being the Prophet's best friend, and he ended up getting buried next to the Prophet. So if he can change, then I think anybody can change. That's what I'm saying.
I think Daniel's right though. I think if people like me and Daniel who because
There's
of
two stories as well. What I'm saying, honestly, it's not no. Trust me, it's
Yeah,
true,
yeah.
bro. When you look into these things, it's so real, bro.
I think when man saying like the man say things to us about other people and they feel comfortable, I feel like yeah, man should start saying yo what like what.
Stick on them,
No, we
and that's gonna be with the next question I'm gonna ask
definitely
you.
are
Guys.
the problem, bro. And to be fair, like just to say,
I don't think
man.
I don't think us man are a problem because we're obviously not. We grew up all together. We're from
Bad
town.
them
No,
up.
no.
Bad them up.
That's-
if
that's-
I
that's-
got
No,
somebody
no,
guys saying
you
these
man-
damn guys,
you
these
man-
white youths,
You
just
man,
shut up, man.
man.
About white
I think
youths.
you're getting it. You're mishearing me. I'm saying like
part
you
of the
see,
problem.
You see, yeah. We're becoming part of the problem because now he's said that to me.
It's facilitating.
And so many times I've brushed it because of the environment we're in.
I know
and
exactly
just
what
crack on
Daniel's
with work,
talking
bruv.
about.
It's deep, man.
100%.
So, you know when man say it, they're like, oh yeah, you look like a terrorist.
Well, can I tell you something?
There's
Me
certain-
and Fred, we worked in construction with each other for a long time. That firm was predominantly black, innit? And the man, there were still guys still running.
So,
stupid.
on the low.
Yeah, but trying to make it like funny, like yeah, all right. I'm like, what is this, bruv?
It's mad.
It's
mad.
uneducated. It's
mad.
uneducated. It's
very,
unknowledge. It's
very,
about-
very
it's
uneducated.
about knowledge.
No
Let
knowledge.
me say one thing. See this,
Go on, bro.
see this new thing, yeah, about white people can't sing along to the word nigger in a song.
Why not?
Bro, that is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, bro.
I've
Anyone who
personally-
calls people up for that is moving mad.
I'll be real. Man can attest this as well. I personally never use that word. I never will use that word. It's just
Don't do that. I'm out,
no,
bro.
no, but like, bruv,
Yeah, it's true.
I grew up with all the man. I could have
Yeah.
said it in a song or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
telling you now, I don't feel comfortable with it, and I just think white people ain't got a right. It's not your word. There is just this one word that is not yours, and you can't use it in any time way. Just leave it. It's one word. It's not yours.
But the thing I'm saying is,
It's not ours to
bro,
use
you
any
know how much
any
that word
term.
is in songs now. And when man them go and get burst, bro, white people everywhere. When you're out and you're burst, there's always gonna be, bro. Listen, 1 in 10 people are that people who get burst and sing along to the song, any song.
I don't even think that us man. I don't even
everyone knows
us
someone
man.
who
Have,
does it.
bro.
So what? When you're out, you gotta start.
Moving.
When you're burst, you gotta think. That you're singing along and you're like, oh wait, I can't say
I
that.
can't say the words. Allow me, man.
There's so many words.
It's drawing me out,
Bro,
bro.
it's in so many songs and it's said so many times in so many songs.
It depends
That's
on
probably the most
person.
correlated
It depends
word
on the
yeah, but
in
he's
person.
American
saying,
music.
he's saying that because if that song come on there and me and Daniel sang along to it and said the N word, you know in what context it is. There's other man like
Yeah, there's some people who say
if
it,
Kendrick
it's
Lamar that song come on where man goes yeah. There's some man who will say it with their heart and you'll be like, right, man's saying that a bit too, so you can't say that. It has to either be no or there's no in between.
I think people who got a problem with it, like the American rappers and that, don't use it in your songs if you don't. Or you're basically
Why?
saying white
Because
people can't
it's
sing
not
along to
ours.
music,
It's
bro.
not white people's to have. It's not white people's to use. Who? So now
Alright,
we're
but let
gonna
me give
tell
you
you.
an example, yeah. Let me give you an example. So what? I know it's not the same, yeah, you guys. So don't quote me on it. It's just like me calling you now, yeah, John, geezer.
Yeah.
Geezer is the term for white people, yeah. Right, geez. You
No,
can't. I wouldn't call
nah.
a black guy a geezer.
But then again, in East End, it's a bit like.
I don't think that.
I've
Our geezer is like
geezer.
lad. Like man.
Lads, but I'm going to see the lads today. What am I? You're thinking all of a sudden you think I'm going to see the lads. You're saying a bunch of Caucasian people. You're not going to see. You get it?
You know what something else is as well, yeah? If
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
if there's a Muslim rapper who starts talking about prophets and that in their song,
Yeah.
sing along. Bro, I'm not Muslim, but what, I can't sing along to a song.
But you don't
That's-
need to.
that's what
The Christians have the same prophet as us.
But this is the difference.
David is Dawood. You get me? And this, you get me like this. You get me this. It's the same thing, but it's just a Muslim name. It's the same thing, but it's just
How
been
you
changed.
use it, man. I personally just don't think it's
just
man's
been changed
business.
a bit.
I don't think it's man's business. This is one thing
I
that as a
do
white
understand
person
what you're
you
saying,
just stay away from, bruv.
I got my weight. I got one of my mates. He's called Joey, innit? Joey, he's a white boy, innit? I can call Joey my nigga. That's my nigga.
Yeah, you could call me
That's
that,
my
but
brother,
I can't call
yeah,
you
that's
that
my-
bad. I wouldn't call you that bad.
I wouldn't hold it against
You
you.
and Fred have been friends
Right
for
now, if Boris
20
called me a nigga,
years.
I'll be like, 1 second, Boris. What did you say? What was that, mate? Who are you to call me a nigga?
You know what? If you
He
grew up in the
ain't
same
never gone through the
environment,
same
bro,
struggles I have.
Okay,
But
look.
Joey's been through the same struggles. He's grew up in a council estate. He's got. You get me? Like,
That's
he's
right.
been in-
That's what
you
I'm
get
saying.
me?
Doing the
Like
same-
he's been living the
When
same
it
lifestyle.
comes
He's
to
been
that
shanking
word,
people up.
when
He's
it comes to
been
that
robbing
word,
people.
every
He's
way
shot.
you look at that conversation, it's about context. Every way
Yeah,
you
it's
look
how
at it.
people say things. You
Me
can
and
tell
Fred
some people
and
say
Daniel,
things,
we are from the exact same estate. Yeah.
Yeah.
20 years, man, I've known, man. So I'm 27, yeah?
Look at that.
If I call Fred that now, say, yo, what's happening? He would look at me like, what? Because man don't...
But
Yeah,
that's not
you
your
don't
that's
say
not
it.
your
Don't
aura,
talk
though.
like
That's not
that.
your energy, though. That's not your aura.
Mm.
Yeah, boom. So now I'm gonna ask you the next question. Now, you man, yeah.
Got more questions for us than we got for you.
No, I've got that as well. Do you guys think Somalis are black?
Yeah, 100. I don't.
Just
No,
the way that I look
no,
at it.
John.
Yeah.
See, when you man was in secondary school, would you say a Somali person is black? Back
Yeah,
then?
one of my brothers was in secondary school, Mali.
And would you say he was black?
Well, so where
It's a black
Somali's in
people.
Africa,
He's in Africa.
so it's black.
I'll be real, man. We're from Tam. It's Mandem are just Mandem.
There's white people in South Africa.
I'll be real. like when you saying you look at that we was all together.
Yeah.
It was not like man was over there, man was there. We got Asian with everything. Like where we're from is just so mixed.
Yeah.
Bro. So man, even I don't reckon I don't know if I can talk on behalf of man like that. Like we've had Somalian boys on this podcast.
Yeah.
They're Mandem. I don't even think where we come from that they see themselves as them men are black and we're Somalian. I don't think that.
I've
That's-
never heard that, I'll be honest.
So what do you see yourself as,
See
as
me,
a Somali person?
see me. As I was younger, yeah, as I was growing up, obviously I got segregated by a few people to say, you know what? Every time I felt like I had to prove myself to say to people that I'm black. You're not black. You're Somalian. What do you mean?
Who's telling you this though? Somalian
Other
people.
other black people are saying this to me, innit? Do you know what I mean?
What-
I'm Somalian.
what-
See how I already said other black people, not Somalians. You see, I already see the mentality's already like. look at
What
this.
is the elder Somalian people? Do they say that we are Somalian and
They
they're
say we're
black?
Somalian, but that's their culture, innit?
That-
But watch this now,
yeah.
yeah. As I was growing up, I used to say, "So what? So you're saying that I'm not black, yeah? You know what? How about this? I'm Somalian. So I held the S on my chest all my life. Went prison. Every time I'm always with my Somalians. I've got mates from different backgrounds and stuff like that, but I always saying I'm Somalian. I held it on my chest. Even when certain people will say to me, "Oh, you don't even move like a Somalian. Oh, you don't act like a Somalian.
That's a Somalian.
Oh, you don't even look like a Somalian. I chat to one chick. I'll be in jail on the exercise yard with Mandem. I say, yo, I bucked this chick, you know, she didn't even look Somalian. What do you mean, bro? Like, you know them people.
Yeah.
But then I realized when I got older, I'll be like, right, cool. I said, you know what? I'm Somalian. They'll be black. Let's keep it like that. But when I got older, I realized these people that were judging me, they were uneducated. They were stupid people. So who is me? Why am I giving them the authority to even class me who I am? They don't hold my black card.
There's a lot of Somalian influence right now.
They don't hold my black card. How do I have some uneducated fool telling me that I'm not black? You're
Do
an
you
idiot. Shut up.
do you blame them for being uneducated?
I blame them. I blame whoever. I blame the parents for not educating
That don't
them.
even make sense though. That
If their
whole
parents
sense.
educated them and told them what's what, then they won't be screaming these things. And if they knew what was right, because right now, even in the clubhouse, there's a few things going on in clubhouse.
You
now.
like Clubhouse, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, it's going off, bruv. It's going
This
off.
is the first time I've heard of
Yeah,
Clubhouse.
he's the first person I know that's on it. Yeah.
What? It's getting off in there. So now there's a big thing going on. Somalians and blacks, and these are obviously the blacks, and obviously I got brethren from the Caribbean background and that stuff. So they're saying, bro, you lot are black. I said, you know what? A lot of people are just traumatized when they was younger. They already got segregated. So they're saying, why you lot are accepting us now?
It's the
Back
same.
in the day, you never used to accept us.
It's the same
Why?
thing.
But now, because you guys are rapping our music,
You know what I will
you're
say
liking
though?
our girls.
Caribbean and
da-da-da-da,
African
so what
thing
you
is
think
cool.
could just come out of nowhere and say
Yeah,
we're
it's
black
funny.
because you fool us now.
You know what the thing is though? Somalians are a lot more separate than like
But you
African
said,
and Caribbean.
but you said Bengalis as well was like that though.
No,
Yeah, they are, but not where
Yeah.
we're from as much. But in general, yeah.
But
they kind of are, yeah.
Somalians more
You get it?
Somalians roll together more than like African and Caribbean youths mix.
Yeah.
Somali. I used to roll with a Somalian youth heavy in school. Like,
But that's
I
the one
still
you.
chat to him now. No, there's
You
another
won't,
Somalian youth I chat
but
to
you
now
won't,
as well.
you won't chill with a bag of Marlies, would you?
Yeah, I'd go on.
But
I'll go
on a
bucket.
one away, on a one away.
I wouldn't
not
just
every day.
roll
I hear
somewhere.
what you're
You
saying.
get me?
though.
Like, so because already being segregated, so we're trying to change this now. We're saying, you know, everyone's the same, everyone's equal. The people that are judging you, the people that are uneducated, and if you feel like you felt like you've been disrespected when you was younger, then just know that these people that were disrespecting you, don't hold it to heart. That was trauma that you went through. Forget about it. The only way you're gonna solve it if you guys come
Was that
together.
a big thing then? Do a lot of Somalia men don't feel like that?
Banda, I don't claim them.
Because where we're from,
claim being
I've
black.
never said-
I used to be one of them guys. I said, but you can't call me. I'm Marley, and I'll say it with my like happy, like I'm Marley. What? But now I realize, bro, it's not that. They're trying to divide it, and the only reason why I started changing my mentality because around the world now, if you can see like the Minneapolis, yeah, there was a Somalian brother. He got shot dead by the police, like I think a week ago. They didn't shoot him because he was Somalian.
Like,
Yeah, so I'm thinking, why are we segregating ourselves for? For what?
You know what's mad though? The mixed race thing's mad as well. Because
That
even
thing-
in school, baby who said to me, "Oh, but you ain't even black." Da-da-da. And I was like, "Wow, like."
Guess what one of my brothers said to me? And he was so hilarious, yeah. Why does and this guy is so cheeky, he was an African Caribbean brother, yeah, Eli. That's literally Eli as well, yeah. Watch this. He said to me, why does every mixed race brother act like they're black?
what's acting black though?
Oh, when I heard that, I was thinking, this guy is so cheap. What do you mean act black? Like, why does every mixed race person act black? I said, what is black though? What, because the environment they live in, you didn't force yourself to live in that environment. Or because I live in that environment, can't I act like you? Do I have to act different than you? We grew up in the same environment, bro.
Yeah.
So how am I acting like I'm black? I'm acting like who I am.
It's like talking as well.
That's a massive.
Sure,
That's a massive thing that white people tell the white younger
Yeah.
generation. Don't act. Why are you acting?
I get a
black?
lot
That's a
online
black
when
thing.
I'm online on
Lot of things.
Why are you talking black?
Yeah.
Black's not a language.
Why are you talking black?
That's what they say.
I
But man said that
grew up
about
there.
anyone from London, innit?
It's mad.
Anyone from London who uses words
Yeah.
like brother or
Yeah.
even the things that when you come online, he's like, "What are you saying?" Someone's like, "Oh, that's talking." It's mad.
Alright, cool, boom. So we got that one there. So what? Do you think, yeah, because I'm a British citizen, yeah, do you think I've got I'm a British citizen, I grew up here all my life. I've got a younger brother that was born in Manchester, but I was not born here. I came here when I was 10 months old. Do you think my little brother, let's just say for my little brother, he was born here, he's got a British, do you think he's got the right to call himself British or English?
100%.
But his parents are not from here though.
Don't matter. He's British.
Yeah, but he's born in England.
But he's
got a
already
British
been
passport.
labelled. You know what? Me personally, now I've got a British passport. Yeah, I've got a British passport. I can't call myself.
So where are
British for
you
some reason.
finding these people that thinks that he's not British?
Huh? I don't feel like I'm British sometimes though. Me personally, because I've already been labelled. I can't be myself. I
Bro,
can't.
you've given enough
I
years to the Queen, bro.
I know, bro. Right. I've done
feel
enough.
British,
I've done more than enough for the Queen. But watch this now, yeah. But yeah, it's
The
hard.
thing is, for you especially, you should, because if you didn't feel British, you wouldn't be doing all that jail time here. You'd be getting sent back to Somalia.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah. But I feel like like it's hard for me to be accepted, like to say I'm British, like you know what I mean, like it's sad, man. Do you know what I mean? I'd say if someone said to me right now, "What are you?" I'm Somalian. I should say I'm British. I don't say I'm British.
Yeah,
I'm Somali,
I
then
hear
I'm
that.
British.
Yeah.
But why is that? Even if you was born here,
yeah, but you're proud to be Somalian. So.
I'm proud to be Somali. But why am I not proud to be British?
You're saying you feel like that's second to Somalia to being
It's not even
Somali.
in the list. I'm Muslim first, then I'm black, then I'm Somalian, then I'm British.
But I've never even thought about it like that, bro. I've never. Man, I don't care
from
where you're
Somalia,
from. If
yeah.
you're
I'm
good,
from Somalia,
if you're a
yeah.
good
Background in
person,
Somalia.
you're a good
Bro,
person.
I'm not gonna lie
That's
though.
it.
Even being white, British, sometimes because we're from London and we're from the inner cities and all that, yeah, we're all together. Even sometimes when I go out of London, I'm a bit shocked at like the behaviour of white people.
Yeah.
Like, no, real life,
going on with
real life, bro, real life.
Yeah,
Or
it's a
like,
matter.
I can see that man are looking at, and bruv, and I'm white, bruv. You know what I
can't
mean?
believe it.
I don't want to say it's not a race thing, but it's just a look. I don't know.
Do you
like,
know what? Just picking up on that.
Man can just smell
You
it. Like,
you know when British people go on holidays to like Magaluf.
we
and
want
that, like that.
we want to go abroad and we want it to be like England.
What's
going on there? What's going on there?
I know when people say, like, I understand when people say, "Oh, the fucking British." Have you
Yeah.
seen how we behave in another country?
Yes, man.
Have you seen how we behave, bro?
Daniel,
Isn't it?
Daniel,
We behave
We
like
go-
animals,
Barbaric.
bruv. Like
we
there's
go
no
to
rules.
we go to Spain to find Irish pubs
bruv.
and have English fries.
Bruv, it doesn't make
No, it is. We're very
sense.
ignorant people.
Very,
Yeah.
very,
Arrogant
very,
You know
people.
what it is as well?
very,
People
very
say that about the
arrogant.
French, innit?
No,
They're very
we
arrogant.
are-
And don't get me
We're
wrong. I'm
worse.
proud. I'm proud. I'm English. I am proud British, 100%. But we are as a people. We're right behind white America.
100%,
We are
bro.
right.
It's mad.
I think them man
It's
are
mad.
a long way behind, a long way in front of us. We are. But remember,
The
I
man
don't
are
know.
different, no man. The man are just.
I think a lot of the way man look at each other and that
You
is
know what it is?
just
America's so big though, yeah. There's certain places.
it's
where they've just got
interaction.
No black people.
I think it's interaction.
But see
I
that.
think
See if you look at that bit of America.
if everyone was like, when you look at these mad Russian mandem in Russia and that they're moving mad, and you think about the man of. I think if you was just all, if we were all around each other, you had more understanding of each other. It wouldn't happen as much.
But see,
I think when you're like in deep Mississippi, Alabama, you don't really see
you don't see no black people.
people. You got a perception of them that you only getting from TV and fucking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you something. Would you guys rather spend 10 years in a male ACAT prison or 15 years in a female prison?
What's ACAT prison though?
This is ACAT. Okay, this is a male's prison. Let's say in the prison.
15 years.
Cool.
15 years. That's too easy. That time gap. The time gap's made it too easy.
Well,
bro.
that 5 years.
Yeah, the 5 years made it too
5
easy.
years
5 years made it
for
too
for
easy.
crutches.
Bro, 10 years, man's not chopping. 10 years. Are you mad? Are you mad?
Brother, they're gonna be onto you, bro. You have to write voluntary bang up.
yeah.
You have to give it up to even the ugliest one. She'll chef you up. But you're not giving me no tea. I'll cut you off if you don't give it to me. That's what he's gonna say. I'll cut you
Bro,
off.
10
Go
years.
Mad.
I don't know. I've never experienced any prison or anything like that.
But if the judge was there saying, John, you got 2 choices. Which one are you
So the
taking?
choice is 10 years in
Bang up with some birds.
Say it again.
10 years in male prison or 15 years in female prison. But imagine I go to female prison and become a victim.
Big man thing happen.
There's one
I can see me being a victim in a female prison. It's all long, bro. It's all like
They'll give you, they'll $1.50 you. That's because you're not busting them.
Right, this is a
5 years, man, isn't it? 5, 10.
and
5
no,
years.
it is for me. No, it's for me.
Is it
I'll
10
tell you
years
what.
In the male.
Is it the 10 years?
10 years in a
10
male.
years in the
10
male.
years.
And then 15 years.
10 years in a male just because time is you can't get 5 years back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only
Just,
reason.
yeah, same, sort of similar.
We say crutches, extra 5 years.
Oh, I'm doing extra 5 years.
Man, look, I don't know, man.
Nah, I'm doing the 10, man. I'm
Just
doing the 10,
slap me,
man.
slap me,
Like,
babe
times-
station on
times
TV,
five.
bro.
Heavy.
On a
You're
free
not
view,
chopping
bro.
for 10 years. That's mad.
Bro,
That's a bit mad.
You have to just ride the bird, bruv. That's it.
You know what?
But yeah,
Listen,
you-
I
this
can
is
imagine
it.
there's bare passing.
See if I was
female
13,
you
prison.
lot leave it in the comments, by the way.
If I was 13,
Leave it in the comments. Let me see what you
10
think.
years in a
If I was
male
13,
jail
yeah.
or 15 in a female.
if I was 13 or something, yeah.
What the fuck?
No, I'm saying if I was 13, I take the 10 years because it's like I'm at that age where I'm just gonna banter with man them in jail.
What about
Up-
if you're 20?
Up to like 20, I'm gonna banter with man them in jail, and then I've got 3 years left, and I'm like, raw. Now I need to get out. But at 25 years old now, For me to go and do 10 years in an all-male jail, when I've got the option to spend an extra 5 and be around women all the time.
The time,
There's
man.
not much difference, man.
Time. I got one.
Bruv, what kind of women do you think you're gonna be in with, bruv?
Oh, there's buff
There's
things
some
in there.
Buff things.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck off, man. Fuck off.
I got one for you.
She's in
Let me
jail,
chuck
bruv.
one in good. I got
Go
one
on,
for
go
you.
on, broski.
You can choose only one pill, right? Be rich, bring someone dead back, never feel pain, or never catch a disease. Be rich, bring back someone from the dead, never feel pain, or never catch a disease.
Bring back someone from the dead.
Be rich.
I'm gonna go with be rich as well.
Everyone's gonna die.
Listen, I think
And the thing is, are you gonna pick that one person?
It's easy, man. Easy.
I know you're gonna say your dad.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, but
Your
I
dad as
can,
well.
Yeah.
Same with my dad as well.
I could say mine as well. But like,
Dad as
what about
well.
your you love other people as much? You know
No,
what I
it
mean?
don't matter, man.
Well, it depends on who
Yeah.
you've had die around you. That's
Yeah,
a bit
yeah,
of the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
I've had other people go
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
how
fair
can I
enough.
pick? So
Yeah,
What about if you bring your dad back here and then you're gone next week?
yeah, I did a mad twist.
You know what? You know what? You know what?
Life is not promised.
You know
Of
what?
course not
Though?
promised.
Of course, it's not promised, but I always think now,
Just one
like,
time, just have that
I
last
think,
word.
you know what? I just, not even a day. I just want a conversation with him.
I thought
No, no
Daniel
one-
was gonna say, see the way he moves so weird with health and that. I thought he was gonna say never catch a disease.
Nah, man. Nah, that's we're
The
all
thing
gonna
is,
catch
yeah,
something, man.
I'll be real. I thought about that a lot before them ones before, yeah. When things like come up, questions like that. See that they do them little things on Insta, the mean things.
That's what I've got
Big
to
appeal. Bro, but I can't remember I spoke to you about it before. But that bring people back from the dead thing. I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't feel right. I hear it. That would be your first. choice to pick up your head.
If you could bring someone back, your whole life would be altered. If you brought your dad back, your whole life would be altered in some way.
Oh, that's
I would be
mad
being
feeling.
rich
Even
though,
just
bro.
thinking about it is mad.
Yeah, no, I would like.
How old are you and your dad, Pops? Pops passed away. 15, 16?
No. He died.
Recently?
Yeah, he died. Fucking hell. 2016.
Okay, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
now.
So, not much gonna be altered anyway. So I wouldn't
'cause,
give a shit, bro.
Yeah.
Be rich.
I'll be rich and just help people on behalf of.
Don't lie to me, good. You're gonna go mental.
No. Everyone's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. Nah,
Yeah, I'll
be
get back
rich
from the
is
dead.
mad, but yeah,
Boom.
Yeah, be rich,
Be-
man.
be
Mad.
rich. I'll be rich.
Mad. You man are gonna be broke within a year, bruv.
What do you guys feel about see right now in these foreign countries like Syria, Yemen? There's so much famine going over there. There's so much poverty. There's so much starvation. What do you feel like? Do you feel like the media, like, what do you feel about it? Like when it comes to the British, like how would you come across if you see kids that are hungry, starving, and we're here and we're comfortable? And would you go out your way to go to another country and they're not obviously just to help people? Like,
Would
that
I?
are not-
I'd always thought I'd like to, yeah. But the thing is, bro, see when you look over the years, how much has been taken? The money's not going there. It's clearly not going there.
No, but you can give your time more than anything, innit?
Yeah, your time. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
keep it
saying,
100%
Keep it
true.
buck. Keep it
Charity
buck.
starts at home first. If I start talking about going abroad and all that, there's things in my
hear that.
own little circle that I
But-
got pound first,
Like
bruv.
for me, you see, like man, like Bill Gates and the
whoever.
Tesla Don,
Yeah.
brother. One man shouldn't have $1 trillion.
Isn't it?
Man's got $1 trillion, bro.
I would not say that if that was him.
No, of course, it's different, isn't it? I don't know how he's thinking in that. I don't know.
You can't, where'd you get that
You-
from Tupac?
No, you're rich. You're rich and rich.
got- you
No,
watched
no,
that interview,
no. This is genuinely me
Oh, my
feeling, bro.
guy.
Man, even 100 mil is a lot of money, bro. It's nice to be rich, bro. But how
never gonna
rich
run
can
through
you
it from what you're
be,
getting
bro?
back from it.
How rich do you need to be, bro?
Was the question, would you go out there and
live-
help?
Huh?
Would you go out there and help? Is that the question?
Yeah, would you go out there? Do you? No, does your heart? Do you feel for them?
I feel
Yeah,
for him,
I
but I
feel
would
for
not
him.
go
Yeah,
out
for
there.
them.
Would you go out their way and help them though?
Not physically,
only so
no,
much.
but with my pocket if I could.
Yeah, if I had fat peas and
And what
I
about
don't
if
know.
charity at home was all in place and everything was good? Would you still go out your way?
If there was a way of, I don't really trust these charities. If there was a way of money to them and it was going there, or to someone who was doing, a lot of people do the lorries, don't they? Fill up the lorries and take them out there.
Yeah.
Me going out there physically, I'm not going out there.
I'll be honest, even like places like when I went to Morocco and there was all the kids with nothing and that were starving out in the street, I'll bust them, but there's only so much I can do. I can't feed you for more than a day, bro.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is. It is a
There's only
limit.
so
There's
much I
only
can
so
do.
much you can do, bro.
No, I feel
You
for
know
them
what
when
I'm
I'm out
saying?
there, but what can I do, bro?
It's out of our hands. It's not. It is out of our hands, bruv. What can we do? Realistically.
But I was just wondering.
If I was a millionaire, I'd like to go to one place.
If I had the funds.
Man, I was had to take some.
No, if I was a millionaire, I'd like to go to one place was in super poverty and like pattern their whole village or whatever. Like,
End of the
it is.
day, we've got alright, cool. Right now, you lot in your late 20s, mid 20s. Alright, cool. You maybe got another 50 years to live, 60 tops.
I'd be happy with that.
You'll be happy in it if you were lucky.
Yeah, I don't want to be old and be that shit myself and
What
things
do you
like
think
that.
life? Okay, yeah. Ooh, I've got the question of the questions. What do you think your purpose in life is?
The purpose in life.
Your purpose, yeah. One by one, yeah. Go on, Daniel. What's your purpose in life?
My purpose in life is just to be a good person. Just to be. You man are looking at me like, bro, you're chatting shit.
Sounds good,
Bro,
innit?
no. For real.
You're a big man thing, yeah. No,
Like, it's just to just be a good person and to just be true to myself, really, innit?
You're failing right now.
No, that's it, bro. That's it. Serious, man. That's it.
Be the best version of
I
yourself.
don't like this. This is too serious, this podcast.
That's it, man.
I know, I flipped it up, innit? What's your purpose in life?
Enjoyment.
Just enjoy it,
Yeah.
Enjoyment, obviously.
Same thing.
and
Yeah, I'm
bring
not
it to the world.
Jesus, man. I'm not.
I'm not here to please someone else.
Yeah,
I want
like,
to do what I want to do, innit? That's it.
no, real life, I'm not Jesus.
I hear that, bro. Real talk, bro.
I'm not a greedy person.
Just to be a good person and happy, innit? Happiness, man.
Yeah, enjoy it. Because it's
Great life,
it's gonna be
enjoy
shorter.
your life, that's it.
You're gonna live shorter than what you think you're gonna live.
100%.
I think we've all got this thing in our head. It's gonna go quicker than you want it to go. I don't want to live forever because we said as well. What was it? Live forever or like rewind for 10 years or something like that. And everyone said,
That's all long.
I don't want to live forever.
That's all
And you're with your great grandkids on segways and that. I'm not on that, bro. Fuck that, man.
Yeah, man. Me personally, my purpose in life, I think my purpose in life is to obviously worship God. By worshiping God is helping people by what He tells me to do, how to conduct myself. Do you know what I mean? Be a better person as myself. Make sure I'm healthy. Because right now, this body, I believe this body is being rented to me. It's like getting a car. Right
A
now.
vessel.
Yeah, it's
A
like
vessel.
a vessel. Right now, if I go back to if I rented a car and I go back to wherever I rented to it and it's got scratches on it, what are they gonna do? I'm gonna get done for damages and stuff like that. So why do I believe like I feel like I can damage this body when it was not given to me? It was a gift.
I like your thing because it's not the way you do it is not the way you do your talks and your stories and that. It's not like full on like yo that.
Yeah.
Trust me. See when you get them washed up man on a man and like, yo, trust me, brother. Been there. Go away. Please, big man. You didn't do it right, did you? Obviously, man. You're not doing it right, bro.
Yo, my brothers.
This was
Love you.
love for coming good. And socials.
Socials, yeah, Inspire for Change. So you guys check me out. Inspire for Change on YouTube, Instagram, Inspire for Change. My Snapchat is Inspire Change 20. What else can I say? My yeah, it's cool. I'm happy with that.
Bro.
Sweet. Nice one for coming, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Respect, bro.